Welcome back to AM Northwest. How prepared are you for a roadside emergency? Here to share his tips and his favorite items, we welcome to the show car expert Rod Callahan. Thanks for joining us, Rod.
Thank you for having me, Steve.
So you've brought examples of what everyone should have in their car, and you're going to point them out and explain what exactly they do.
Correct. So this is a kit. First thing going across the table that everybody should have is a air compressor, mini air compressor, in case your tire gets low, along with a tire pressure gauge.
Now is this powered?
It plugs into the cigarette lighter of your vehicle and is able to air up your tire.
Because I guess air pressure on your tires is probably one of the most critical things if you're on a long road trip.
Yes, it is. It's one of the most important things a lot of people don't think of. It's your contact with the road.
Right. And so then you need a gauge. Now, will this give a gauge as well?
This has a gauge in it as well, and the small pressure gauge there also helps to double check it.
And then explain what, like Fix-A-Flat, a product like Fix-A-Flat, what does that do? Like if you have a low tire on the road, what is that going to do for us?
Well, that will help you in case the compressor will not fix your tire being low. You put that in and that'll seal the tire, but then you have to use the air compressor to air it up and then drive it for a couple miles, and you could go a couple, 100, 200 miles until it has to be repaired.
So this isn't a solution for a
No, it's a temporary fix to get you off the road.
To get you to the right place to get it fixed.
Correct.
And having some motor oil is important to have in.
And I like to stress the correct type of motor oil for your engine.
Because why are there different, there's synthetics and there's regular oil and there's different weights?
Correct. A lot of the manufacturers are now using synthetics only because it is a better type of oil, but different engines use different viscosities, which is the thickness of the oil.
And and why is it important not to put synthetic in with a regular oil? You can't really mix those two.
Well,
right?
you shouldn't. In a pinch, if that's all you have, you can use it, but you should stick with one or the other. Older vehicles.
Is the synthetic just more stable than a regular, less sticky?
It is. It's more stable, and it also has better additive packages, and it could also go longer in your engine between oil changes.
And having like rags and glasses are key. And then talk to me about jump starting and jump start cables.
Jumper cables are important because if your battery becomes dead and you can't start your car, you can start your car with the cables with another vehicle.
But it is important to know the right process, because like you just don't put black on black, red on red. You have to have a system.
Correct. There's a safe way of doing it, and that's something we go over in the class.
And so why did you start the class? Because you want to get people educated.
I wanted people to be more confident on the road and be able to handle situations that might arise and be able to be aware of something when it comes up.
What are some of the most common mistakes a driver makes before like a big road trip?
Well, if you overlook any of the important things, your tire pressures, your fluids, something like that could cause a problem on the road that could leave you stranded or cause expensive damage.
And when you're doing just day to day, when you see that engine light, because the engine light comes on and it could mean a number of different things, what is your best advice for that?
That would be something that you should be heading to a professional to get checked out as soon as possible, and then also make a decision on how the engine is running. If the check engine light comes on and the vehicle is not running properly, then you should not continue to drive.
And then also in the pack you have emergency lights. That's probably critical at night.
Yes, it's also a safety light. That has a light that comes on to help you in the darkness. If you're changing a flat or need to check under the engine, there's a button right behind it.
Oh, button. There it is.
And then also there's a red triangle to alert other drivers that you're on the side of the road.
Yeah. Now let's head to the under the hood, because you're going to tell us what are the most simple but can cause the most damage if you don't properly take care of them. So tell me about, let's talk about coolant.
Okay, the coolant is in an overflow bottle, and that is important to make sure it's between the minimum and the maximum lines. If it's not, it could cause overheating of the engine.
And so if you let that go down, what are you going to see in the car happening?
You're going to see the temperature gauge for the engine rise and inform you that you have an overheating condition of the engine.
So if you get it down to bare bones, what kind of damage can that do to an engine?
You could ruin the engine by overheating it.
And like, how quickly do you need to get off the road? If you see the spike of the temperature, is it like it is priority to get off the road?
Yes, you should do it as soon as safely possible.
And then checking the oil is critical.
That's correct. The engine oil is important for the proper lubrication of the engine and is checked by the dipstick in the engine, usually identified by a colored loop.
And then pull it out and show us the hash mark, because a lot of people don't really look, because they go get the oil changed and they don't see what it should be.
So if you pull it out, you should wipe it, and then the minimum dot and the minimum and the maximum dot on the dipstick, it should be a level of in between those two. So after wiping it, then you would insert it back in and see where the level is.
And then washer fluid, windshield washer fluid. It's pretty key to have your windshield clear, and if you don't have that fluid there, you're going to be in trouble.
Correct. It's very much a safety item, and that's something that's simple enough. Basically opening up the cap and putting in either water or windshield washer fluid with a mixture of water will help clean your windshield so you can see, which is a safety issue.
When you're getting ready for a big trip, you're going to go a long distance, what do you need to do? Check oil, check the fluids, make sure the tire pressures before you get on the road.
I would say a quick walk around of the vehicle, checking tires to see if any of your tires are low, any damage or leaks underneath. And then in the engine, you would want to check your oil, your coolant, and then your windshield washer fluid are the three basic things.
And so you teach a class that is great for new drivers too.
I do, not just for new drivers, but for anyone that hasn't been taught these basic skills.
And one of the biggest things to do is read your manual. Read your owner's manual so you know what the icons mean, because a lot of people don't do that.
Correct. Very important these days, because every vehicle is different, and it's more important to learn these items before you need to know them if something arises on the road.
Well, we're going to have more information on our website about Mr. Callahan and his classes on KATU.com. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you very much for having me, Steve. I appreciate it.
Very helpful information. And we'll be right back with more AM Northwest right after this.